What's up everyone, this is Tom with Jailbreak Nation. Today we're going to be taking a look at the other two cases that Poetic sent out to me. This is the Illuminate bumper and the Borderline bumper. Both are for the iPhone 5, so we'll do a quick comparison between the two. The Illuminate is on the right and the Borderline on the left. Starting with the Illuminate, it's a metal, aluminium actually, and plastic shell. And actually I really like this case. I'm a big fan of aluminium bumpers. However, I do feel like putting the phone into the case is a little bit risky as it is quite sharp. A lot of the case is quite sharp, and I do think that it's going to possibly damage the phone or scratch it. But you kind of just pull the two pieces apart and place the phone in nice and easy. As for the Borderline bumper, this is a hard plastic and soft plastic material, and it's kind of a hybrid. This is a lot like the Apple bumper for the iPhone 4 and 4S. It has cutouts for all of the ports and controls and everything you'd expect from a bumper like this. And again, I just have to really like it to the standard Apple bumper for the iPhone 4 4S. So if you've had one of those, you're going to get something similar. Taking a look at all the ports and controls on the Borderline, you've got a very precise cutout on the bottom for all your controls on the bottom of the phone. A little bit problematic with the lightning connector, it sometimes fell out, but it wasn't too much of an issue, just takes some readjusting. Then we have some cutouts covered, volume buttons there, but again very tactile, very responsive, nice and clicky. Pretty much the same general story with the Illuminate as well. You have very precise ports on the bottom there. No interference with the lightning connector at all on this one. And actually on this one, the ports and controls are not covered, so you won't have any covered volume buttons or anything like that, versus the Borderline, which they're pretty much all covered. And I actually prefer the covered if they're tactile, and the Borderline are really tactile. These are kind of a little bit cavernous to kind of dig in. It's a bit difficult to mute and unmute your phone and lock the device. You kind of have to dig your finger in to access the controls. Both cases also have Poetic branding on, with the Illuminate having a little bit more bold in white, whereas the black branding on the Borderline blends in quite well. Well, that was a quick comparison between the Poetic Illuminate and the Poetic Borderline. For me personally, the Borderline is just a much more well-rounded case, and for my personal needs, I much prefer it. I like the fact that it doesn't scratch whilst going into the phone, and you have no risk of that due to the soft plastic around the side. And then the Illuminate comes in a second place for me, and again, these are just my personal opinions for my personal needs. This may well be different for you, which is why I'll link both cases and their prices below, so you can go and check them out. So anyway guys, let me know what you think. This has been Tom with Jailbreak Nation.